If you have diversity without inclusion, then you haven't achieved the goal of sort of risk-adjusted decision-making, which is what the academic research uniformly shows. Better risk-adjusted decisions by more diverse teams with diverse perspectives.
So then what does inclusion look like in your data? And do you have a sense of what the drivers are for the lack of inclusion, if those two things go hand in hand, diversity and inclusion?
What inclusion looks like in the data tends to be a minority of companies where the power, the influence that a diverse cohort has is equal or greater than their representation in the room. So I would think of it this way. Even if you had 10% women in the room, but the women had 40% of the power, that to us is much closer to inclusion than, saying that there's only 10% women in the room. So we have a notion of sort of like what it looks like. But one of the biggest barriers to getting there, we recognize, is we know that the glass ceiling exists. And we actually did a paper where we showed once you've broken through the glass ceiling, there's actually a recycling rate of women in particular